My name is Father Adam MacDonald, and I am a Vocation Director for the Society of the Divine Word, also known as the Divine Word Missionaries. And I have been a Vocation Director for the last 5.5 years, based here at Divine Word College Seminary in Epworth, Iowa. In terms of a best practice, what I would recommend to my fellow vocation directors is to not be afraid to try new things. Not to be afraid to try any and all ways of being present to and walking with young people and helping them discern God's call. I personally have what I call an all of the above strategy for promoting vocations. This means that I don't just go to schools, I don't just go to parishes, I don't just go to college, university campuses. I do all of these in addition to having a vibrant online presence on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and going to large gatherings of Catholics like NCYC and World Youth Day. So basically encouraging you not to be afraid to try anything and everything that will be an opportunity for you to get to know and to discern with young people. I was born and raised in a city called Flint, Michigan, which is located about an hour north of Detroit. Hands down, my favorite hobby is watching movies. I'm a bit of a film buff, and yes, I managed to see all of the films that were nominated for the best film in the recent Oscar Awards. The book currently on my bedside would be Resisting Happiness by Matthew Kelly. Many are familiar with his previous books, Rediscovering Catholicism and Rediscovering Jesus. Resisting Happiness is one I would highly recommend. I don't watch much television, but when I do, you would most likely find me watching old episodes of Law and Order SVU. I know all the characters quite well. In terms of a favorite movie, of all those that I've seen, being the film buff that I am, that's a bit of a tough question, but I'd have to go with Dances with Wolves, the early 1990s film with Kevin Costner, which speaks very much to my heart as a missionary, and seeing Kevin Costner's character learn about crossing cultures, passing over to the Native American cultures. Favorite song would have to be a little-known song by 1980s pop artist Jody Watley called It All Begins With You. Very little-known artist, little-known song, but a very good one. In terms of a favorite vacation spot, it's one I've not yet had a chance to vacation in, but it would be Honolulu, Hawaii, where I had the chance to visit a few years ago to do a mission appeal for my Divine Word community. I could very easily see myself going back for vacation. A place I've always wanted to visit is the Greek islands. My favorite thing about being a religious priest is the joy that you feel of being able to give witness to God's love in people's lives on a daily basis. The most important thing I think I do as a priest is not to baptize babies or celebrate Mass per se, although those are very important, but it's simply to point out to people the presence of God in their lives. Did you notice God in this instance? Did you recognize what God is doing in this relationship in your life? A source of great joy for me. In terms of joy, I receive the most joy from hearing the stories of the young people I journey with. It's so inspiring to meet young people who have such a deep hunger for Jesus and such a deep commitment to serving others. It's very inspiring and a source of great joy. I would say to be a religious today and why would be to live a life of purpose, commitment, and passion. There are a lot of people in our world who are looking for purpose, who are looking for a sense of meaning. Why am I here? What is life all about? For me, to be a religious answers many of those questions, for I rarely wake up and wonder why I'm here and what I was created for. I know exactly what and who God created me to be, and being about doing that every day gives me a sense of tremendous purpose and passion, knowing that I'm living not just for myself, but to make an impact in the world and by serving my sisters and brothers around me. Previous ministries I've been engaged in before becoming vocation director would be leadership in my Divine Word community, both at the local and province levels. Before that, I was serving as spiritual director for our young men in formation. And prior to that, I had the chance to serve in the Philippines in parish ministry at a large parish in the suburb of the capital, Manila. I'm very passionate about encouraging people to discover the call God has for each one of us to be His witnesses in our world, and to helping people discover how they can answer that call. How I relax is by taking time off to see a good film, share good food and good wine with good friends and good conversation, of course, to take a long walk, and perhaps to listen to some classical music. I hope you've enjoyed learning a little bit about me, and I ask God to bless you each and every day of your life.